Hi. So we've obviously been having a lot of discussions recently in this group about phonics and kind of some people bringing up how to homeschool the Montessori. I am by no means an expert, and please do not look at what I do or say as the way to do it. There are so many different ways to do this. I've been learning and researching literally since my son was about 6 months old, and he's 3.5. So this is 3 years of me learning and researching and collecting things as I find them. But anyways, in the early years, I DIY'd a bunch of stuff because I knew that as he got older, if I kept up with Montessori, I was going to need to spend money or want to spend money. There are ways to do the materials DIY style, but I have a lot going on and I don't have the time to really sit down and, if I can buy a movable alphabet used from someone for 20 bucks, it's worth it to me rather than to sit down with my laminator and, get the materials, which I have them. They are available. Anyways, I'm just going to show phonics right now. So I'm going to try to turn the camera around, and I have everything on the floor. I've already kind of going to go through how we teach phonics. Alright, so this is a movable alphabet. I decided to start with cursive because this is what Montessori does. In a Montessori school, my son would start with cursive, so that's what I do. They do make print. So learning the letters, and then I have these cards that I bought, I think, from Montessori print shop, I think. And basically, I would choose if we were working on the letter E, for instance. I have a sand tray with the E. If we were working on the letter E, then I might go through here and find cards that had the letter that started with the letter E, and then I would pull out the letters, and so I would set up a tray with cards for the letter E and the letters that he needs, and I store this out in the open. Okay, but let me tell you, he never goes to it to use it unless I set up a tray and say, this is the work we're going to do. This is not his preferred activity. He really likes math. Okay, and I will do math later. Alright, so these are little cards. You can buy them, cut them, laminate them, and then they literally just find a letter and bus. And there are so many different ways to do this. Okay, so then sandpaper letters. So this is what they would do. They're ka, ka, and then the child goes through and does this ka, ka. And then once they master making the sound with the letter, they come over here to the sand and ka, ka. Okay? And so I obviously bought the letters. I bought them new on Amazon. The tray, I bought that, but you can DIY it. I have these blue trays. I could just as easily have a blue tray and put salt on it and do the exact same thing. But I decided to have it. Looking back, this is something that I probably would have rather DIY'd, but I really thought that this piece would be worth it and functional, and it's just not as functional as I would like. So because I know that now, I don't really recommend buying this. I would DIY this if I had it to do over again. Okay. Pink series. These are Pink series 3-part cards, and they're pink. Well, these are actually 4-letter. This is technically not a Pink series card. Pink series cards are CVC, so consonant, vowel, consonant. That's a CVC card. And Montessori loves 3-part cards. And I don't have this out, but they would have a label that said nut, so the child matches. This is called the master card, I think. The child takes the master card and finds the picture and the word. They're not matching the word because they can read it, they're matching the shape. They eventually learn to read it, but they're not reading it at first. So here's an example of how I have A, B, C, D, and I think maybe E cards out right now. And so my son would, very reluctantly, because this is not his favorite work, he would do this. And he would not do it like that. He would do his own little way. It would look like that. Even though I would show him this, he would do this, or he would do he would do this. I don't know why he likes mirror images. Or he would do this or this. I mean, he might do this. He never does it the way I show him to do it. So don't think they have to do it exactly the way that, you know, as long as they're getting it. Eventually, one day in the future, I envision that he will do it the right way, but right now he doesn't. So what I do is I have I've bought these and I've laminated them and cut them, and I will get years of use out of this stuff. But I store them in these little blue things over there, which I buy at Lowe's for $20 each. And so that's that. Now this is a Pink Series card, and what I do is every now and then, because again, phonics is not his favorite activity. I don't know why, but you know, whatever. I would go pick a card and turn it over, and I would just read it with him. I'll give him the chance to sound it out, or I just read it with him one at a time. So he's just isolating one word. I don't give him the whole card right now. Now in the future, and one activity that I do with him, and I wish these cards were in cursive, and if I was really motivated, I would remake these cards in cursive. I can't find them in cursive, but whatever. I mean, it's fine. They do the word. If you notice, consonant and vowels are different colors in Montessori, and it's supposed to stay consistent. But let me tell you that I bought this movable alphabet off of a resale site, so I got it for less than retail because it was someone else's. And I did not know at the time, but this alphabet has pink vowels and blue consonants, and then my sandpaper letters are pink consonant and blue vowels. So that's not ideal. It should be consistent, but you know, I didn't know what I was doing when I bought it. I just bought it because it was a really, really good deal. Compared to buying the retail, I figured it was worth it, but I didn't know they came in multiple colors. I thought they would just be the same. So, you know, whatever. I'm not going to go and buy another one. So this is what we do, and this is a phonics activity that you can do. And do it. You could do every word depending on where your kid is. So this is not, I do this every now and then with Josiah, and for us it's letter sounds and matching print letters to cursive letters, because that's how I have it set up. That's what my resources are. Back to some Pink Series stuff. These are little booklets, and it's CVC words, and I did not laminate these because, can you imagine? I mean, these little bitty pieces. Basically, I'll pick out a book, or let him pick out a book, and it's got all the vowels. So ops, apps, ugs, ats, ets, ins, ots, a's, ips, and ubs. And you go through every little book, and you can read the letter. Each one has a different letter. Sorry, I don't have two hands. And then at the back, if there's something kind of funny about the book, maybe a word that's not used often, it gives you a definition and tells you what the word is. And so it's just something that I might sit down and read with him, and it's a Pink Series work. And I just store these in here, and they're always out. He never goes to them unless I initiate it. Just being real. And it goes over on top of that little phonics tower that I have set up. Okay. This I think is from Montessori Print Shop. Pretty much everything I have is Montessori Print Shop, usually, or Trillium. So he gets a permanent marker, because with laminate, you can write on laminate with a permanent marker. You can use an eraser to erase it, or you can take a dry erase marker and color over it and remove it with an eraser or a napkin or something. It's so easy. So I let him use a permanent marker. I've also let him use dot paint. I mean, whatever works for your kid. And we go through this. So this is a closed pin. So then he would identify the letter from choosing. And again, I isolate it. So I would use another card and do it like this, so that he only sees the one choice. And he would choose it. And then to the next one. And to the next one. And sometimes I have to tell him, like, he's not going to know that that's a wedding. Okay, I would just tell him what it was. Wedding. Wah. And I do this on the couch with him sitting in my lap because he loves to cuddle. And that's how we get our phonics work done. That does not look like the school system. That is what homeschooling is. Different than school, and it should be, because we're doing it in the flexibility of our home. Alright, so here are some more clip cards. So you get a clothespin and ant, and he would select the A and put the clothespin on the A. This is how I assess if he knows his letter sounds. I don't give him a test. Anchor, he would select the A, and so this tells me that he knows his letter sounds. If he can do these cards, he doesn't have to sit down and do all of these cards, but I could choose, you know, 5 to 10 cards and let him do them, and then I write in my little planner where I have my kindergarten assessment that he knows those letters, and I circle the ones that he knows and put a reminder for the ones that he doesn't, which at this point he pretty much knows them. Okay, so the one last phonics thing. This is Xavier. Okay, so this is the cabinet that I made, and there are so many different ways of doing this. There's a mom in the group who makes bags, much less expensive than my method. So I've gone through the house, and this is from a Brainy Kit tube. It's an ant, and I have the letter A, and some apples, green apples, red apples, and an ant, because that's what I have. And then this thing says, and so again, with the blue consonant and my little pink vowel because of my movable alphabet not being consistent. But I'm just hoping that my kid can figure it out. So here's the B. The B has a lot more stuff in it because and it's stuck. B, bear, brain. This is from the Anatomy Brainy Kit, but you can buy this stuff. These are from tubes, and if you use a coupon, you can get them at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. They're available on Amazon for full price. I've never, well, I think I may have bought one from Amazon because I couldn't find them at Michael's. And didn't get it at Brainy Kit. Hi, Josiah. So, Mommy. Butterfly, hang on. I'm almost done, okay?
Mommy.
Mommy. Yeah. Brain, bear, butterfly.
Daddy said.
And uh-oh, Daddy said, hey, can you wait on whatever it is you're about to reveal about our family while I'm on Facebook?
Daddy said.
Okay, all right, bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Good night. Say good night.
Good night.
Say good night.
Daddy said.